Well, hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Were you off for President's Day?
I was. Thank the Lord.
Oh, well, I wasn't. But the client that we work with was off. So it was like a day where you can catch up on stuff. So it was a good day overall. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, we
Hmm.
have been out for a while, so we got a little catching up to do on Real Housewives of Potomac. So we're gonna get right into it, talking that stuff. Real Housewives of Potomac. So we're gonna do like high level recaps of
Yes, please.
yes. So I didn't get to summarize, but we'll summarize as we go. But I guess the first thing I had was when what Robyn and Mia, they went to a salt room and they were just talking different things, and I think Mia mentioned getting a divorce lawyer, but the point I wanted to talk about was Robyn mentioning that it was years ago, but Karen had handed her, she wanted her to see something on her phone. She handed her the phone and she saw a recent picture of her family on there. And so that, I mean, I didn't think it was actually weird per se, but it was interesting. So I don't know if you've ever done this, but I've definitely done this where, I could be talking to somebody about somebody that either we know or don't know or whatever, and I will take a screenshot of their Facebook page or a picture like this their brother or this is the mama or whatever, or look at this. And it will be in my phone. And so I was just like, I hope no one goes to my There could be random people. I don't know if you ever think about this, but when I do it, I often think, who's screenshot my pictures right now?
Everybody.
Like who's looking at my page? Because I'm what the thing is, the people that I've screenshotted or looked at, most of them I don't even have any very loose
Relationship.
connections with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it could be like a random person and we going down a rabbit hole or we trying to figure out something, or it could be, most of it's innocent. None of it's like super nasty. Now, if you're going back to look at like old classmates or something, like maybe, but most of it is, positive. But so I didn't think it was weird that she had the stuff in the phone. What was weird was later when she said she had a folder for Robyn.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
little weird.
So okay. So I'm coming to Karen's defense, and I
Yeah, no,
remember
I'm Team Karen. Of course, I'm Team Karen.
I'm not Team Karen.
I'm Team Karen.
I am not. But shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. God
Oh,
dog it.
but well, the folder. We were talking about the folder,
Yeah, I forgot what I was
and
gonna
that was a little weird. But anyway, and I also, I think Robyn insinuated that Karen was obsessed with her,
I
and
don't think she was obsessed.
I don't think it was an obsession. I just think she probably was like,
I
it
do
could
remember
be
what I was gonna
several
say.
things.
I
It
remember
could
what I was gonna
be,
say.
oh, okay.
So Karen, Karen just sometimes she'll say whatever comes at the top of her head, and she doubles down on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily the truth, but she's just doubling down on it, and she rocks with it. And like clearly she knows that it sounds odd, but she just doubles down on it. And I think that was one of those situations where she doubled down on it. Now, okay, so you're on a television show with this woman.
Mm-hmm.
You probably at the beginning of the show, you probably wanted your friends to know who was all part of the cast, right? So you're
Mm-hmm.
sending them pictures of members of the cast, especially Robyn because she's not memorable. So you're gonna send pictures of Robyn.
Okay, you don't remember Robyn? Here, look, here go. This her mama. Here you go. Oh, I remember her now. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I don't think she was obsessed. So anyway, they also had a Happy Eddie event. Now, what I like about the Happy Eddie event, or even the thought of it overall, is they did the candy thing where they took something that was negative the previous season and turned it into a bag the next season. Candy often did that with things that were said about her or were done to her. And I like that they kind of took this on a positive note and made gonna make money off of it. Like I would have never thought to turn Happy Eddie into a weed business. I do remember they had T-shirts that said Happy Eddie with like a big sunshine on it that they were selling. And then this is the best, I don't know, the best idea ever. I wouldn't even thought about this, but to get in the cannabis business, and it's either it's about to be legal or just became legal. So you're getting in on the kind of the ground floor of it there, and there's not many Black people. Yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Made perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Yeah. Let me see. What
Great
else?
marketing too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how else are you gonna market it? What I didn't care for was the name, the Zim Win. I think they should have kept her out of. I think they
ain't nothing about Wendy Zen. Ain't nothing about her Zen.
Right. That one, I guess that one season she was supposed to be Zen Win, but yeah, it was that one season where she was on her Zen Win stuff. But
that's when she did the most foolery.
No, I feel like she did the Zen Win. I thought was the season when they were talking about her clothes. Wasn't that the Zen Win season?
It don't matter. She's to me she's foolery.
Okay. Well, I guess it's almost like for her, I could see both sides of things, but we'll get to her in a second. This was Karen went to Surrey County. That's another thing that happened. And so I don't know if you remember one episode, she mentioned she was going to pick names out of a hat. And she said she put the names that she wanted to in the hats and picked them out. And so I guess, Wendy, Ashley, and Wendy, Ashley, Candace, right away. They were just like, sure, we're going. Gizelle was also picked. She was not going. And I thought it was interesting because I know Gizelle has a problem with Candace and doesn't want to be with her. But I'm trying to think, because I know we talk about like Robyn not going to things if like Gizelle isn't there. But I wonder if Gizelle also has that crutch too with Robyn not being there, because I feel like the world could be against Candace, she'll go. The world could be against Wendy, she'll still go.
So let me ask this question, because it's been a minute since I've seen that particular episode. Mm-hmm. So was Gizelle in the presence of others when she got the text? That's a question.
They didn't show if she was in the presence of others when she got the original text. It seemed like they discussed it when they were together, the second round text. And so people got the text together. It seemed, of course, we don't know how they're editing, but it seemed like they got the second round text and she was like, I told her I wasn't going. And it was like, oh, look, we got the text where, we're all invited. Now, I will say, I don't blame those who just got the text 12 hours before, or even 24 hours before to go. That I don't blame them for not going or whatever. But it sounded like,
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Please continue.
No. I was just saying, it seemed like from the discussion that Mia would have gone, had some of the other girls gone. That's kind of the gist I got.
Yeah, that was the gist I got as well. Yeah. I think this is just me speaking for Gizelle, which I know I shouldn't do. She doesn't want to be around Candace because it's not all the ladies. That means that she's going to have to be around Candace a little bit more than normal. And so I could see her saying, I don't want that vibe, because you know what Candace does. She throws verbal jabs at people all the time.
Yeah. And what I think also is, now that I'm thinking of it, Gizelle is very good in the diary room with the shade. But when I think about it in person, she'll say stuff under her breath or something like that. But I don't ever remember. I'm trying to remember her like actually going at it or like toe for toe, head for head with somebody. And Ashley's not good at that either. They're good after the fact, after they thought about what they should respond or whatever. But
unless Ashley is mad. When she's mad and she's arguing.
No, not Ashley. I think Ashley can go toe to toe. I'm sorry if I say Ashley. I meant Robyn. Robyn is more of a blah, blah,
Robyn is never.
I'm
Robyn
leaving.
Is never.
Blah, 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 blah,
No. Robyn is more like me. She ain't gonna say nothing.
I feel like you got some comeback.
Because when I get mad, my whole everything about my body it just does
Oh,
this.
okay. So you can't. Okay. So but anyway, they all go to Surrey County. In my opinion, it doesn't look like the most fun trip, and it could have been the editing as well. It took them 4 to 6 hours to get there. There were no, like, the ride seemed long. They looked cramped. I'm just like, what if everybody would have come? Like, they looked cramped on the bus.
She had them raking leaves.
And I know, okay, part of the thing was to, like, she did tell them, like, they're going to do some gardening or something, like, to bring that type of clothing. So I was just like, okay, they're probably going to, I thought they were going to do something. I know they weren't going to do no real, yeah, thank you. Now, and I know it wasn't going to be like, no, I'm sweating and like actually doing something that would be meaningful where it's like, oh, they cleared this piece of land. I know it wasn't going to be that, but I thought they may like dig a hole where they can put a sign or something like that, but she just had them digging under a tree.
And running from snakes.
Yeah, fake snakes. So that I didn't quite get. Like, to me, yes, go. And I mean, I appreciate the ceremony in the house and what she's doing. I appreciated that. That was nice.
She was looking for a season 2. She was looking for a season 2.
Who?
Karen, because you remember she had that spinoff.
Oh, I don't think I ever watched that. Did you ever watch it?
Mm-hmm, I watched it.
Was it good?
It was entertaining for what it was. Yeah,
okay.
It was just, I don't know. It wasn't memorable, but as you were watching, it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. Okay. Now, does that seem like what we saw, a continuation of that show? Like, was she trying to buy her mom's property?
It was all, yeah, all of that was part.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because not that it came out of nowhere, but it explains how, like, because some of the flashbacks I didn't remember, and I was like, well, maybe that was it may have been from that show. But anyway, so Gizelle, Nneka, and Charisse. Okay, I will say, I don't know. Okay, I just don't like Nneka. I will say that. So I'm never gonna be Team Nneka in probably anything I say. But
and I don't like Wendy.
Scenes, so in the 2 scenes where people came to visit her house, like Gizelle came and Charisse came, I don't know why she always feeling like people, oh my gosh, who's coming into my house? You know, the cameras are there. They were on the call sheet to come to your house. What do you mean?
Exactly what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking. That's fake shit. That's fake shit.
Oh my God. So anyway, Gizelle comes, Charisse surprises. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were coming. You must have saw my car in the yard, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, another thing I don't like about Nneka is she doesn't give, every time she explains something, it gives a level of shade to it that is not necessary, I don't think. And so when Gizelle was like, well, what did Karen think? Now, this could be part of the show's writing, who knows? But she was like, ooh, I forgot how she said it, but basically like Karen was like tearing her up or whatever. And when they showed the scene, Karen was just like, this is North Potomac or whatever. And it was North Potomac, but it wasn't like super shade, like looking like, this is North. To me, the way she said it was different than I saw in the clip.
Nah. Karen was being shady because Karen
was it like the friendly shade, or was it like she was super shading her, like the way?
No, it wasn't a super shade. It wasn't a super shade. It was a light shade. It was kind of like it was a callback
or whatever.
It was like somebody else didn't live in Potomac proper, just close to it, and she was just like, "Oh, you don't really live in Potomac." So it wasn't the first time that she had done that, and so she herself, meaning Karen, was making a callback to a previous season when she did that to somebody else. I don't even remember who it was. I think it might have been Monique.
Monique, and I know they've also shaded Karen too for when she moved out of Potomac, and I'm just like, none of y'all live in Potomac. What are you talking about?
Nobody. Well, hold on. This is a question that I had.
Okay.
Which kind of gets into later in the show. Well, the most recent episode this is a question because I don't remember.
Okay.
Candace, doesn't she live in Potomac? Because that would explain why she got upset when Gizelle crowned Nneka.
Oh. You know what? I don't know, but she may, like that new house she has may be in Potomac, whatever the zip code is. Let me Google it. No, I'm just playing. That's true. I didn't even think about that. And I think, I don't know. So that's interesting. I didn't think about that. But anyway, so let's see. Oh gosh, Gizelle and Ashley, they're doing this fashion line. The least likely.
Let's not call it a fashion line.
Right. And Wendy was so funny on the way to Siri. She was like, "Are y'all serious? Y'all doing a fashion?" And so she described it as a combination of Lululemon and Rihanna's. Now, do you know what Lululemon is? Okay, you're a guy, so you wouldn't know what Lululemon is. So, quick background, very quick. Lululemon they're like maybe athleisure, but it started because they're almost like tights. They're tights, but their claim to fame was you had to get in on the tights. If you like the tights, you need to buy them because they're never going to reprint another print like that. So like when you see them online, and mostly it was almost like a Mary Kay.
Like almost couture like?
No. They're literally flower. I mean, you can Google Lululemon and you'll see a pair, but it's like, okay, that yellow print, I don't know if you remember the yellow print that she picked out for Ashley. That's more Lululemon or whatever. But yeah, their claim to fame, and let me go back. They were like the Mary Kay because it was like a marketing where they're getting women. So I could be a Lululemon person and I try to sell Lululemon to you. I try to get you to join the business. So it became like what do they call it? Network marketing.
Pyramid scheme.
That's what it became because I also watched the documentary on it. So that's probably why I know a little too much. But anyway, Lululemon ugly tights for the most part. They
were ugly?
Yeah, I mean, it's just random prints like this. What we have in our background, that could be a print for the tights. The my background fireplace, that could be a print for the tights. Just whatever. Literally like anything. But you had to get the print when it was there. Rihanna's Fenty, I'm sure you're familiar with that a little more.
The name. That's all.
Yeah. So she has like cute bras and panties and lingerie and stuff from women. You can join the club and get discounts. I said all that to say it's nothing like either of them from what I've seen. But we'll see what becomes of it. I mean, Ashley has got to make some money some kind of way because she said they're getting divorced by the end of the year. And Michael, I'm sure, is going to be like, look, got to get out the payroll sometime soon, baby. So, yeah. But anyway, that's what they're doing.
You can be so shady. You
can. She does. So they're all gonna go to is this where I'm at? I don't know what it is. I think they're shopping. So they're gonna go to the Dominican Republic, and I think they're shopping. I think. Is that where?
By the way, I didn't even know that they were going to the DR. It was just kind of like, boom, we're going to the Dominican Republic, and I was just like, where did this come from?
Yeah. And then they showed,
so you were the same
doing the trip. So I was like, was that part of her? Like she had to make sure Juan was in the majority of the scenes and plan a trip. That's how you get back on this season.
Be responsible for everything the women don't like.
Right. So anyway, this is talking about the Surrey trip, and they are talking about the Happy Eddie event, the actual event. Mm-hmm. And they're all, I feel like that's when they were, I don't know where they were. I felt like they were shopping for the DR trip, but they were talking about the Happy Eddie event, but I may have that wrong. But anyway, they mentioned how Wendy didn't invite, like she didn't invite everybody. Like she didn't invite Nneka. That's what Ashley said. And I was like, you know what? Ashley can just throw them lies out and she don't even remember that they lies or whatever. They was like, no, I think I saw Nneka on there. She was like, oh, she did. She must have had to change her heart, which I mean was all true, but still she was on the invite or whatever. So, and also, I don't know if you noticed, Gizelle was like, and you probably don't remember because I can halfway remember the scene now, but Gizelle was like, well, I'm going to go because y'all are going to be there. It was kind of like, that's what clued me in too. This was the Happy Eddie event. She said she's going to go because they're all going to be there. And this was like Mia, Robyn, and Ashley. I think. I don't think. Yeah, those.
I think Gizelle has a crew.
She definitely has her crew. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And anyway, so the Happy Eddie event, Candace is doing something. Have you seen the show Hush that she's talking about? I saw it advertised, but I haven't watched it yet. I may try to watch it, but anyway, it's like a drama series or whatever. But I saw the advertisement for it when I was watching something else. I don't know if it's either BET Plus or All Black, one of those shows, channels. But anyway, so Chris remains, and he'll be there with all of with all of the people that don't like him. And I think earlier in my notes, I mentioned like they keep showing the clip of Candace cussing out Gizelle, but they never show anything about what Gizelle did. But I'm glad they did show Chris cussing out Gizelle about what she had done that season. Because I'm like, I don't think we forgot now. We remember. But anyway, Karen and Mia, they start arguing about this second string invite. And I'm wondering if I can't get a feel on them. Like, I'm like, is this for the cameras or y'all really mad at each other? I can't, because it doesn't seem serious enough. Yeah, it just seemed like it's kind of like, okay, let's play this up for the camera. I don't know. But so Gizelle comes into the event and she doesn't speak to Wendy. And then they show clips of Wendy going into events not speaking to Gizelle. Now, do you think it's a difference because this was actually Wendy's event versus when she went to events and not speaking to Gizelle? It wasn't her event. It was Ashley's event or Candace's event or something like that.
There is a difference. I think Gizelle should have spoken. Okay, so this is my thing. Mm-hmm. If you're in a public setting, you should speak to everyone that you come in contact with, whether you like them or not. You might not fool with them. You might actually hate them, but hello, how you doing? And then move on about your business.
And I think, honestly, and then that's later in, I think, the most recent episode, but Karen did the perfect example of that because she does not like Charisse, but she was like, hey, everybody, she'll hug the people she want to hug and then do a general hey for everybody else. And she could have easily done that. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm in the house or whatever, just to make it that, okay, I at least spoke to everybody. I don't like you, but you got part of my general hey. But anyway, yeah. But I agreed. I feel like she should at least acknowledge. She could have nodded her head, did something, but and then I do think overall it was a peaceful event. I think it was interesting that they were rolling the oregano and not weed, but I thought they were going to be rolling weed, but it is what it is. But Wendy made an announcement. She was like, well, I'm just happy that it was a good event. Like, we were laughing, we were having a good time. Gizelle was shady, but did I laugh? I don't remember laughing. Of course, the shady producer.
She was laughing.
Was shadier than her. Show her cackling all throughout the event. So at the end, Nneka pulls Wendy to the side and was like, I think we need to have a sit down. And one-on-one. Okay. No. Yes, I'll get to that. Well, I guess we can talk about it now. She wants to have a one-on-one with Wendy. Now, I'm thinking, okay, if I feel like I'm right and I'm standing my ground and it don't need for me, like I said what I said and I'm sticking beside it, and the other person feels the same way, what is the point of the one-on-one? You know what I'm saying? Like, to explain.
Well, to me, if there is going to be a one-on-one, then both people need to be open to what the other person has to say. Both people. And be willing to hear it from the other person's point of view. Not to say that that person's point of view is right, but you can at least understand where they're coming from when they did or said whatever it was they did or said.
Okay. And so I can get to the actual thing. So they have their one-on-one. And I feel like Wendy came in there like already, not happy and just like, and what? you know. So, and I feel like Nneka should have known she was going to come in there with that energy anyway, because they've yet to have a cordial conversation. And almost every time they try, it ends up bumping heads anyway. And so when they get to talking, it's like, I feel like Nneka was more like, but your mom did a shrine. Your mom was a witch. Your mom, it's almost like she was standing 10 toes down. Then she went back and was like, okay, I apologize for calling your mom a witch. I apologize for, it was something else for
calling you a bee.
For calling you a bee, but your mom did a shrine for me, you know, whatever. So it's like,
well, no. What she was saying was, look, I apologize for everything that I did and said, but can you also apologize? I think that's what she was looking for. And Wendy was just like, I ain't
apologize for though. What is Wendy apologizing for? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So what Nneka was saying was basically, hey, you got your family to do and say all of these things about my family, about me and / my family, and you and I both know that they were doing that for you. That's what Nneka was saying. So can you at least say, you know, what my family did was not right? I'll have a conversation with them. You don't even have to say you'll have a conversation with them, but say something to acknowledge this girl's pain.
And I guess I'm coming from the opinion that Nneka's lying. Because I don't think, just like she fake about who comes to the door, like she don't know it. I think Wendy's mama said something about her, but I think it's like some layer where definitely Wendy's mama called Lebby for sure and probably said some things. What I don't think happened is her mom said, I got a shrine for you and all that kind of stuff. I think she took it up to another level.
I think when she said shrine, I think she literally meant a Catholic shrine. I think that's what she literally meant, a Catholic shrine. I think what Nneka did was she took that because she doesn't know anything about the Catholic faith or religion, and she assumed it meant like a voodoo shrine. Honestly, I think that's what happened. And I don't think that. I think that's exactly what happened.
I think she took it up to another level. I don't think a shrine was even mentioned, but I think she took it up to another level. And now she wants Wendy to apologize because she done blew the story up. Like, I don't see why Wendy needs to apologize. Because, yeah. And I mean, what you're saying is her from her side, Wendy started all of this because she didn't want Nneka on the show. So she got her family to do all this stuff to either keep her off the show or something like that. Like, she put her family up to doing stuff. And now she wants Wendy to apologize for that. Mm-hmm. But I guess I don't think Wendy did that. I don't think she did that. I don't. Why are you so sure she did it?
I think she did. I mean, why else would her family get so engrossed into this? Like, it makes no sense.
I don't see her family engrossed. I see her and Lebby engrossed. I ain't seen nobody else. Well, her husband, but that whole Facebook debacle, I'm like, that was for TV too. I feel like that was her way to get on the show, huh?
Her mama was involved.
Oh, I thought you meant Nneka. You talking about Wendy?
Yeah.
Why would he get her? Oh, I thought you meant why would Nneka get her whole family involved?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can agree, disagree. I don't like Nneka, you know, but I think because when she first met with Ashley, and Ashley said the stuff about the Oshu or something like that, and she was just like, well, I don't know nothing about that. I just know.
Now that was Ashley being messy. I think all of this starts from Ashley.
But what I'm saying is Ashley was being messy. To me, that would be the time to say, well, her mama did do this. It was almost like that passed, and then all of a sudden she get with Robyn and got a whole story about this shrine and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like,
I think she probably mentioned a conversation that she had. This is me assuming a whole lot, which probably didn't even happen. I think she mentioned with her sister or someone in her family about the conversation that she had with Ashley, and then the sister or whomever else said,
what story can we make up about this to make your show?
No. I don't think Nneka was trying to make up anything. I think she was too new. And why would you bring that up? Like, it's so
Because
sensitive of
they
a
don't
topic.
like Wendy. They don't like Wendy. And
Why
so
would Nneka not like Wendy? That makes no sense.
I didn't say Nneka didn't like Wendy. Gizelle and Robyn don't like Wendy.
Well, how
And she
Gizelle
had
and
to be
Robyn got
on it.
involved in this?
What I'm saying is each season, Gizelle and Robyn have made up a storyline, and this was the one for this season.
Okay,
to
what's
get at Wendy.
your evidence to that? Like, there's like no one has ever mentioned their names.
Okay,
no one has ever mentioned either one of their names in this story.
But what I'm saying is, okay, this is where I'm getting this from. Candace was involved when they had done it on previous seasons where she was a part of it.
Right.
And then they did it to her.
Right.
And so this season, they're doing it to Wendy.
But what's your evidence of that? There's no evidence.
I don't have any evidence, just like you made up stories. This is just, well, my evidence is past behavior.
No.
My evidence is past behavior.
That's circumstantial. That's
like she's telling this to Robyn, and then Robyn's telling
There's no evidence of that. There's absolutely no evidence of that.
They need a storyline. What else were they going? What were they going to talk about this season? One. So we got to divert from
this fight that we haven't seen yet.
But we don't even know if because they haven't even showed that on the actual previews.
And I don't know why they haven't. On
Twitter.
They are so wrong for that.
Yeah, and I'm just, if you want to build up, that's what you show.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to show it. We'll see. Yeah, no, yeah, but it was going to either be one or somebody else, and I feel like that was like
because I really don't care about this Osu, Ibu. I don't care about none of that.
We don't care.
That's not my
even though we just spent the last 10 minutes talking about it, we don't care. But anyway, quickly, Grace is graduating. She was cute. It was nice, The ladies.
Did you realize like she was 11 years old when all of this started? Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. They're little girls.
So small.
Little girls. We watched them grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I actually skipped all the Nneka scenes. So let's see. I think she had an unpacking party. I don't think it wasn't anything memorable from there other than we talked about the Robyn stuff, and they did Never Have I Ever. And they said, have you considered paying for vitamin D? And I guess they thought it was Sharice. Anyway.
I remember that.
Oh gosh. Let's see. So they go to the DR and let's see. Oh, she mentioned Ray going to the DR for business. Well, every year for a golfing outing, and this was, I guess, I don't know if the first year they're marriage or early on.
She said she was a newlywed.
Okay, newlywed. So I'm assuming first year ish, and she calls the room, and this lady answers the phone.
The housekeeper.
The housekeeper answers the phone, and so. I think Gizelle was like, housekeepers don't answer the phone. I feel like they would answer the phone depending on what kind of housekeeper you got. I'm not saying they wouldn't answer the phone. However, I'm also not putting it past Ray to have a Dominican lady in the house either. So I don't know what happened. They made it past it. They still married today.
So look, this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, so all those years ago, that's like 30, 40, 50 years ago when they first got
27. Oh my God. She just a triple 20 this year.
So all those years ago, back then, for a woman to answer, okay, because men are going on business trips all the time. For a woman to pick up the phone, I mean, think about it. Like 30 years ago, it's mostly men going on trips. And so for a woman to pick up the phone, that's not a good look. And so you've got to understand that, like, in that particular business, you don't answer the phone. I mean, to me, that's their culture versus our culture. I don't know what their culture is. So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, we can't say what a Dominican would do because they may have a different thing. I'm not standing for Ray or saying that he ain't do nothing or whatever, but I'm just saying to me, it's not far-fetched for them to answer a phone, but it's also shady for the other woman to answer the phone too, if she was the other woman. So I feel like, I don't know, but anyway, I just thought that was interesting. And that Mia mentioned that she used to be the girl on those golf trips. Like, did you see Karen on Watch What Happens Live?
No, what'd she say?
They asked her why she called her a hoe. She said she calls herself a hoe. What do you want me to call her? She calls herself a hoe. I'm gonna call her a hoe.
Oh my gosh. I have to go watch that because it wasn't her and Jackie.
Yeah. By the way, Jackie was seated right next to Andy Cohen, which blew my mind.
Wait a minute. On Watch What Happens
Watch What
Live?
Happens Live. Yes.
Does that seating matter?
It generally means that you are the hot chick.
The hot seat one? Oh, okay.
You're the hot chick.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
I watch this show like very randomly. Like if it's somebody, like when Robyn was on there, I watched it, and it was another person. But it's not something I watch often at all.
I like to watch it. I want to see what crazy stuff they say. And to your point, it depends on who's coming on. Like if it's somebody that I'm not like into, I was interested in what Karen would have to say because she always saying something silly.
Okay. So, yeah. I would go back and watch Karen. Not so much Jackie, but I can watch Karen. It was something else I was going to say about the demo. Oh, that it was just interesting that the men do the golf trips with the other ladies, and that's where Jackie's husband was all the time. Did he ask about that? Watch What Happens Live? Because Jackie's husband, remember, like half of the first season or half of this season, she was like, "Oh, he's in the Dominican Republic again. He's in the Dominican Republic," and I'm like, and that's where they be taking their ladies, or that they can buy ladies apparently. So,
still,
why not? That's what they just said on like the episode that they can buy.
I thought they said at the time. I didn't know it was still going on. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know either, but I feel like everywhere you can buy one. I think pretty much everywhere. There are plenty of websites, and it's not hard in any country, anywhere. Yeah. So anyway, they get to this shady room assignment. Now, they get this beautiful villa. It was really nice and spacious or whatever. It looked a little dated in some areas, just the wood and stuff, but it was very beautiful, scenic, very nice. They had rooms that were single rooms and they had rooms that were double rooms. Now, Robyn had them check out the whole place, and she was like, "Well, I don't know. We have to check out the whole place before we assign rooms." So she assigns rooms. Of course, she gets the master thing because she's the host. We all knew Gizelle was going to get her own room, and then she gave the other room to Nneka for being the new girl on the block, and for helping take the weight off of one and the tension off of one and putting it on Wendy. As a thank you for putting the attention on Wendy instead of one. And then she gave it Ashley because it was her birthday weekend. Now, I do understand that there was a fact that her and Gizelle got put together a whole bunch of times. However, one of those times they weren't gonna come and then they popped up or whatever. That was one of the times that they got stuck in the room.
It's been so long. Don't make me. I don't remember.
It was for sure one of those times they was like, "We ain't coming," and then they decided to come, and they was like, "Okay, well, it's 2 rooms upstairs," and so they put them up there. So that was one time. And they're also the best friends. So it's like if there's ever a point where you got to put 2 people together, to me, they're the obvious choice because they don't mind staying together or whatever. But I understand why they want to be like, well,
you working up your defense. Together. You working up your defense. I get it.
Yeah.
What's your point? Come on. What's your
point? That was their reason for putting Karen in a double room because she's never done that before. But I feel like, as their elder, I don't know. I just feel like they should always over Nneka, come on now. You gonna put Karen in a double room? So Karen was like, "Fine, I'll get my own room." It was just funny to me where she was just like, "How hard is it to blah blah?" She was like, "Easy with some Benjamins. I'll take a room with water. I need a view of the water." And she was like, "Y'all ain't got to give me no double bed." So anyway, long story short, Ashley ended up giving her room or whatever. I'd have made Nneka, "No, you need to go because you're in North Potomac. See ya." But anyway.
Okay, so look, this is the thing. When you go on these trips, you know that there's a good chance that you're going to be in a double room. That's just it. If you're lucky, you're gonna get a single room. That's just it.
Not all the time, because usually when they go out the country,
that's true.
They're
That's
single
true.
rooms. They're single rooms. So
this time they had double rooms. So get with the program. It ain't all about you all the time.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just because I don't know. I just feel like the
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Over Nneka.
If your job said, hey, we need, the two of you to, to be in the same room. You'll have, your own separate beds, but we need you to be in the same room. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna buy another room. I am. I don't like stay. I am, but even when I go on, I prefer like when I go on trips with friends. If they're like, "Oh, we're gonna I typically get my own room. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
But yeah, and I mean, to me, it'll be different if, to me, like Karen was like, "Oh, fine, I'll just buy my other room." Like to me, it wasn't. They made it a bigger deal.
It really wasn't a big deal.
She didn't go and holler at them. She was like, "Fine, I'll just get another room." She was about to get her another room.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Like she had every right to do that, but at the same time, it's not that serious.
To some, it depends. To some, but anyway, now this is where they're even more shady because they were shady with giving her the single room, the double room, and they were shady with ordering and bringing a crown and a sash to crown Nneka.
I love that shadiness. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it, and to me, like
I loved it.
It would have been different if
because it was Gizelle and Karen shady. That's what it was. It was 100% supposed to be Gizelle and Karen shady. And if you think about it, all season we've been lacking in that department, and that's exactly what we got. It just so happened that Karen didn't take offense to it.
Yeah, I didn't think Karen would take offense to it. I just thought it was corny shade. Like it wasn't the funny kind of shade. Like it was just like, that's all y'all got. That's what I feel. Y'all better than this. Give us some diary room shade.
Well,
but yeah, but that's I think that was the end of that episode.
Well, towards the end, Gizelle said, "I know why Karen wants the only room. I know why Karen wants her only room because she has to take that wig off. I know what Karen looks like without that wig."
I get it now. Now that was funny. That's
diary room shade.
Karen, get your own room. Yeah. Now that, like, if she had said that in person, yes, funny. But I need diary room shade. I need her to bring that level of diary room shade to the in-person stuff. That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But that was it for the recap of the last couple of weeks because luckily they had a bye week, right? Because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you said luckily. Why luckily?
Well, because we missed a couple of weeks, so it gave us a chance to not catch up on so many episodes.
Okay, all right. Speaking of episodes, we're going to be about 15 minutes?
Yeah, give us about 15 minutes.
Yeah, in about 15 minutes, we'll be back. We're going to cover Married to Medicine. We've got 2 episodes to cover.
Yeah, I think we'll just do the last one.
Oh, just the last one? Okay, yes. Even better.
Okay.
Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. To all of you all who are watching us, thank you so very much. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
See y'all.